Hey guys, it's Dark Siege, and I'm so excited to talk about Solar Chariot. And it's right now, you only can get this in the KVK Song of Troy. The Pantheon I selected is Apollo. It is specifically made for Siege, and it's OP. It is the funnest thing I have done in literally a year and a half playing Siege. If you have an opportunity to play Song of Troy, you want to go down this first path to Solar Chariot. You will see, I will tell you why I hated it initially, and then how I fell so in love with it. And it's so OP, it's so awesome. You will truly enjoy this. I will go over all the lessons learned. I will talk about some pairings, should I do this? Should I do that? Just to give you something to think about, like I always do. And you will absolutely love Solar Chariot. So if you have an opportunity as a Siege to convince your R5 to play Song of Troy, it is so selfish. You will absolutely want to do it. All right, guys, here's my intro. Hope you enjoy it. Like and subscribe. On the right-hand side, you see bastions. Underneath that, you see the Pantheon icon. I'm going to click it. And then it gives you a selection of 4, right? Athena, Artemis, Apollo, Poseidon. For me, I don't know how you wouldn't pick Apollo if you're Siege. The Solar Chariot, and let's kind of go in there and let's look at the path. I think that'll be very instructive. Okay, as you're in here, I don't want to go over everything, but there's things to highlight. And so your first one that you want to get to is here, the Solar Chariot. And basically what it says is, while using V formation, you never go into the tower mode. You lose 15% attack, but you get 30% all damage. Pretty legit. Here, 20% march speed for Siege, and then later on, when you hit the skill, you get 10% more march speed. This bad boy is legit. And then, if you by zone 5, that's as far as I could get. Maybe this one, but I couldn't get to here. And you get reduced 2 more points when you switch into tower mode, right? Completely different than the Solar Chariot, right? But I just want to point it out to you. And then this bad boy is the long-range cannon. As you go longer, you can increase the duration of your skills and then also increase how fast you get the points. You want to be very mindful that you only have 200 points. See the very bottom here where you see my green progression bar. Patron points is 0 and then 200. When you start using your Solar Chariot, it costs 30 coins. And as you use it multiple times, it goes down. So at some point, there was like a 5-hour period where I couldn't use it. So you just want to be mindful of using it where it really helps you the most. Okay? I want to give a shout out to Gumbo, because I initially was going to go here. And I think I heard somebody say once you select it and you reset, it doesn't let you kind of reset this. So just be mindful. I would say the first round, coming at this bad boy, it's super fun. Unless you can justify getting long range, then get long range. I need to have this long range for this reason, which I can't think of offhand. Man, this thing is legit. Okay, it is also tied into how many crystals you use, right? It tells you here, there's some sort of formula of your faith. Crystals spent divided by, 150,000 plus kill points divided by some big ass number. Okay, so what it's saying is on farms, it is much harder to progress your skill cycle here. I think I got some sirens in the background. So just be mindful, on farms, it's much harder. So you need to have a big boy farm who has crystal usage, right? Or you're going to spend money on it or whatever you're going to do, because it will limit your ability to progress in this thing. And I found that out the hard way. All right, guys, I'm going to jump in right into the gameplay of the Solar Chariot, right? You can see I'm using Gajamada and Gonzo. So then I'm going to go over what I've learned by using this skill. And I'm going to say the first time I used it, I hated it. And the reason why I hated it was I had my Cav March, 3 other Siege Marches, and then I used this skill on Gajamada and Gonzo, and it was too much. I could not focus on everything, because when you use Solar Chariot, it absolutely demands your attention. Because if you're going to do it right, you are going to wreck people continuously, right? And so that's what's so awesome about this. And at first I was going to make a video like, this sucks. And if I would have done that, I would have been completely off. So if you've already tried it and you had other things going at the same time and your experience sucked, I'm saying maybe that's why. If you try it individually, by itself, I think you might have a great time. I absolutely did. I've talked to others who have this ability in my kingdom, and they absolutely love it because they went single march and used everything. And I think that's kind of the counter to this ability. It's OP. It's very good. But if I had other marches, I literally just have to sit them in one spot, which you can do at Siege, but all my focus goes on this. Okay, so you can tell, obviously, I don't have to set up. I can just shoot. Here are the things that I've learned. And I have a literally 8.5 by 11 of notes of everything I've learned on this thing. And I'm just going to start reading them off, right? On my march, this is important. March speed is really, really important. I have really good gear. And I mention that because my march speed is 32%. 32%. Okay, so I have 32%. I have the 15 of swift maneuvers. And if there's anything else in there, that gives you a little bit of march speed. So I'm flying. So if you don't have as good as gear as I do, and you find yourself getting hit because you can't get away quick enough, I would suggest making a flag as your accessories and crit it so you get as much, I would probably like 7.5% march speed, and that'll help you. Like, it's that important. Keep your horn, right? And then use your flag because it is that important. All right, here's the other things. For me, I'm on an iPad. So if you're on a phone, iPad, you may run into the same thing. I constantly, in the top right-hand corner, you can see my avatar. I often use that to make my moves. And it's sometimes I'm clicking the wrong thing. So I'm literally, right now, you see my my cab march, I'm bringing it back. I want it off the screen. I only want to click one thing. When it's up close like this, then I click my avatar on screen, like in the middle, and then move away. As I'm fighting somebody, I am constantly have it, like say it's still right now, and it's shooting. I'm constantly in a position where I'm holding it to run away. And as soon as they're close enough, boom, I release. What I found too, and I'm going to mention it now, is you see where I'm at the city? If I position myself a little further back and use the city as a midway point between me and the enemy, I notice my guy doesn't walk forward. What I mean is, every time I click on somebody to hit, it likes to take 2 or 3 steps forward. But if there's a city in between us, it really helps so you're not walking forward. Okay. Once you're in this mode, you cannot switch into your normal V mode. So I can't now go into tower mode. Once I select it, I'm stuck in that thing, which I don't have a problem with, but I just want you to know you cannot switch and then go back to V mode. Once you're in, you're in. Stays in combat. Okay, so it stays in combat. So you see how I can hit, run away, and I'm staying in combat? So as I'm running away, I will intentionally stop, go back and hit for a second to stay in combat. I don't know how long that duration is, but you see how I dropped combat right there? Ah, that sucked, right? Had I been just a little quicker, and as I got into playing more, I would constantly make sure that I am hitting this guy as I'm running away. I'll stop, hit, so I stay in combat, and I keep that rage up, and then I will just, if it's not the guy near me, I'll hit somebody else, and I will demolish them, okay? You don't want to manage multiple marches. I kind of touched on that already, unless you have a spot that you can just put them and leave them, and you know they're safe. But for me, I just have the one march out. You'll see later someone was using a tower against me, so then I brought my guy out to hit him with that tower, and then I came in with this guy to do some damage, and you'll see later on in the video. I'm literally using this march the entire time. So just so you know, it demands your full attention. You want to avoid jumping in cities. You can tell that I have the ability. I just want to, you can see it right now where it has that little red circle, and it has, it's a wheel, right? And an arrow, and it's indicating I can move and shoot. That's what that means. Okay, so you want to avoid jumping in cities, because if you jump in a city and you come out, then you're penalized for 15 seconds that you cannot hit somebody. Okay, so you want to avoid that. So that's why you want the march speed, because people get close to me. They get really close to me. And you can kind of predict, like once you're good at predicting movement, you know when they try to be sneaky, like, oh, I'm not going to get you, as they're walking near you but not at you, like, oh man, what are you doing? Like, you get it. I already talked about the city in between. See, right now, I should refresh. Once you're yellow, you want to refresh. So I did one where I did not refresh, and my total DPS sucked compared to times when I did refresh. So you're going to want to refresh either at 1/3 or at half. So it just depends how far away your city is, and that's to the next point. You want to have your city close, because the more you can refresh and keep that high troop count, you can do more damage. It's really, really important. Ideally, your city is close. I have that on there. And I talked about, if you're not quick enough, have the swift maneuvers. Okay, so when you're doing this, you will annoy them. Annoy the enemy. And so I try to rage bait them. I will use emojis. I try to piss them off. I want them to follow me. And what happens is two things when they follow me. They're going to follow me far enough away that when they turn around and run back, I can hit them the entire time they're running back. See, he's following me. That's one march. And see, the second thing that happens is what just happened right there. I couldn't have asked for a better timing. Is another march will jump in and start attacking. So thank you. Like, he's tanking for me. And now I'm going to stop, hopefully at some point, and just attack. And it's just going to boom, 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 boom. Like, it's just going to rain down. Now, this is the first time I really was using it, so I'm a little more sketchy on how close I'll let them get to me. But I'm going to post another video, and it might be super long. It's just me, I'm going to say, playing with these guys. You almost feel, you get cocky, man. You feel like a god, because they're not going to get you. And if they do, okay, you're going to reset. Like, I'm getting some really good reports, and it's just fun. This is the first time in like 3 KVKs where I've had so much fun playing Siege, right? I wish somehow this was an ability that's going to come out in the future on a Siege March. I really do. I hope that they see that this doesn't impact the game, right? Because literally, I'm not using my 4 other marches because of this. I'm only down to 1 march. And if I had my other marches out there, probably would do about the same, like, damage. But when you're 1 marching it, it's just 1 march, right? And yeah, I do good, but if you combine all the other DPS I would have had, probably come out about the same, right? Maybe a little bit more, but this is just fun. It's just fun. I can't explain until you do it how fun it is. Okay, so I talked about you can hit them on the way back. Here's the thing, and I was talking about in one of my videos what different pairs I would use, right? And why would I use it? And I was talking like, maybe I'll switch out of Gajamata and go to somebody else. But Gajamata has a skill that makes somebody slow down. And I noticed it, like, as I was attacking them, like, their marches were going really slow. And I wasn't thinking about it, right? Until you go back and really look at the skills, you're like, all right, he does a skill, like, speed reduction. Because normally, when you're in range mode, you don't care. It's not, like, useful. This is the first time that it's useful. So it's kind of offsets the fact that it doesn't have march speed, that you can now slow somebody down and hit them. Now, mind you, the people I'm attacking, they're Krakens. Like, they have, 150 million power with 23 million kill points. Like, the guy I'm hitting right now, he's a Kraken. And the fun part is, like, I get to be in charge. It is super, super fun. I can't tell you how fun it is, man. So now, let's talk about the pairings. Obviously, you're going to want Gonzo. Gonzo's good because he does the AoE, and he has 15% march speed, right? I talked in one of the videos, maybe I would just pair Gonzo with Bobber, because they both, when used their skill, all their DPS comes out in 1 hit. You know what I mean? So, versus Gajamata, you need, 5 turns to get full DPS. So, knowing that, I try to stay in combat, stay on the same person, that type of thing when I'm using Gajamata. But I'm getting really, really good reports. So I'm skeptical to change it, if I'm being honest, right? But if you were just using Gonzo primary with Bobber, because they're the same skill tree, I believe, You put Gonzo first for the DPS to make sure you're going to get it off. And you see, like there, right there, like I'm going back, somebody's trying to get me and somebody pops out and they start attacking. That's great for me, and they're solo, they're by themselves. That happens all the time. And in this portion of the KVK, we were losing overall, but right now it was kind of even. So it was really fun. Like, you can mess around. Okay, so the other thing is, if your city is far away, Alfonso might be the play because you take less damage, right? And he has march speed. So your sustainability out there is going to be pretty good. And you just want to stay. Look at me, dude. Look how cocky I am. Look how many guys are there. They all want to kill me. Not going to happen. In the other videos I'm going to post, they get closer. Like, I let them get so close, they ain't going to hit me. And I know if I am them, I am pissed. And look at all the people now coming up, like, on my side. I know he's not going to go much further. I should stop right there and just hit. Oh, and I do. Look at that. Boom. This is one of my first videos. I don't remember a lot of it. So I'm literally, like, just talking over it as we're doing this. So Alfonso, I think, might be a good pair. Bobber might be a good pair. I'm a little skeptical of Steven only because you have to stay in combat a long time for his skills to ramp up. But it could happen. I don't know. I always downplay Steven, so maybe that's it. But here, this is just fun, man. So you see the yellow circle around me, the inner circle, if you will? That's when, if somebody gets that close, you don't do the 30% all damage. That buff goes away. And it even comes up and says, like, your damage is decreased or something to that effect, like it happened once. So here, yeah, this is the perfect scenario I could ask. I start a fight, right, because I keep going forward. All my teammates, now we're even, which we haven't had this in a long time, and everybody's now getting some decent fights in. People were making comments like, oh man, this is fun. So I only had a 25% expansion in, because like I said, it was kind of downtime, we were just messing around. And that's what I got. 9 million, we'll call it to almost 2, with a 25% expansion. It was like 370, 360, 367,000 troops, right? Versus 417 or something of that, right? And I do some later on that the first half I get 15 million, and then the second half they stop fighting and I get like 12, right? Over a 30-minute period, right? So I get like 27. I talked to my buddy who's in my kingdom, and I am damn sure, if not one march, all his marches are better than mine. Like, he is just cracking with gear, right? He's really good, right? He was telling me he was getting like 30 plus million, right? So you can definitely, with great skills and abilities, right? Like that, your gear, your armaments, everything. Hannibal, that's the name came to me. Sorry, it took me a second because I'm doing this on the fly. He's killing it, right? Hannibal is killing it out here. I'm having a great time. Any siege main that picks this ability through the Apollo for the Solar Chariot is just having a great time. I haven't used the ability yet. Like, those are the guys I'm playing against. I haven't used the ability yet where you're sitting there and your range, like, increases by a ton. There may be a time and place where that's better. I haven't used it yet, but I can tell you this is fun. Now, the other thing I figured out is once I learned this skill was awesome possum, like bitchin', I would set a timer, and I would know like 15 minutes beforehand when it was going to be used. And what I would do is make sure I put all my marches back to the city, get this guy prepped and ready to go, and then use him, right? So I was using him often, right? But what I found out is you can only use it so much in a day because it takes about, right now, like about 5 hours. It's like 4 or 5 hours to make up like the 50 points that it takes to use. And so there was a good downtime that I had, and it kind of worked out perfect because it was the second day that I was really into it and I was tired. Okay, here is where I brought my second march out, and I'm not actually far enough to hit this guy, so I have to reposition. To hit this guy, his siege march, because he's messing with me. And then I was like, out of range, let me reposition. And the whole purpose was, honestly, now looking back on things, I can take the hits and still come out ahead. It's just annoying, but totally fine for me. So I'll reposition. I have enough people there to get my back. Now what happens is there's somebody in Grey Wolf right there to the left of him from the enemy side. Either him or somebody else comes and attacks me. But like, okay, like I can live with that. Not a big deal. So watch. I love just annoying people with Siege, right? And I love annoying other Siege mains or Siege players. So now we can go back and forth. I will win that fight one-on-one. I'm fairly confident on that, right? But somebody else comes out and attacks me. So now, with that, I can come out and play. Now, what happens with Steven, I could care less. If he gets whomped on, stomped into the frickin' ground, that's fine. To me, he is dead. It's just a diversion so I can have fun with my primary. Because the primary was so much fun. So here's two things. Okay, so somebody does come out. Two things about the view. On the view, when there's a lot of action going on, sometimes when you're up close, like here, it's hard to tell where people really are at least for me, right? So what I would do, see there, I can't tell who's close to me. It's too tight. So then I'll span out a little bit so I can see. Here, I just went backwards. But I'll change my view often just to make sure I don't get caught slipping. Like right there. Now I'm very comfortable. I know where everybody's at. So your view is very important. You'll see that your range to hit in this is pretty big. And what happens is when you're targeting somebody and they're running away, you don't have to touch it. It will continue to go on them. You can then, if someone switches and gets, you can switch your attack. I like to switch it like right now. Just before I get off, my rage is all the way max. Before I hit my skill, I will often change to the closest target and just pound them. If you come towards me, like you try to lock on me, right? You turn red and attacking me, I will punish you. Straight up, I will punish you. Now, like, look at this guy. He's solo, and there's other marches, and he hates me so much he's going to follow. And eventually he turns back, and now I'm on him. Boom. That range is pretty good. Wait, okay, can you see? I wish it would tell you my little circle to see the range, but like, yeah, look at me. I have no fear whatsoever of this. It is just super fun. And these guys are not weak. These are strong players, and they're annoyed. And the other thing is, I would get so many messages asking people, or like, how are you doing this, right? And here okay, so I moved back. I wasn't sure if their range was hurting me or not hurting me. What I learned later, because I did this another time, I'll just take the hits and just annoy people. Like, it was worth it to me to annoy people and take hits than it was for me, like, just not to do anything. No, I'm going to go in. I'm going to annoy you. Here, I'm taking time. I'm going to set up another thing. I'm sure people will come out and help me, or if they don't, that's fine too. Like, again, I'm good with this guy going down. I just want to be an annoyance. An annoyance is the top thing I want to do. And here we go. See, I bring people out. I'll take a couple hits, bring people out, and then it's on. That's okay. You can hit me. It's totally fine. Like, you will win this battle. At least for me, I do. I'm very comfortable with it. Dude, you have a 30% all damage buff. Like, it's really, really strong. And I have good gear, so I'm not worried about it. I have more people coming up, right? They want to fight. They want to have a good time. And if I can draw people out, like I'm going to start a fight. Look at. I know these are people from my alliance. I know they are strong players. I know they want to fight. Oh my God, I know they want to fight. Look at all those people coming. I'm instigating this fight. This is so much fun for me. This reminds me, honestly, of when I first got this skill, when I was first Siege a long time ago. See, this guy wants to fight. Hates me so much. Come on, guys, come with me. And yes, it's on. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm ready to go, right? Boom. I could have taken a couple more hits to draw him in more. And now, I know these guys are going to fight. Look at, all by himself. Oh my God. Do you think that was a smart move? No, but they're so angry at me. Look at this. Oh my God. Oh, the emojis are just awesome. And I'm just going to pound on this guy. Look at Huo. He came out, I'm guaranteed, with a full march, and I got him to yellow. I'm still pounding him. And then, like, here, I'll switch. if you have an opportunity, right? This is the Troy KVK. The Apollo is the one of the 4 that you can select. And this is the bottom half, and I showed it in the very beginning, the Solar Chariot. I almost didn't use this. Okay, how I got to this is, you guys know that I'm very supportive of Gumbo. He has a new channel with Siege, and he goes beyond Siege as well. Please, watch him. I watched him, and I was going to do the top one, right? The top path gets you to the one that just sits there and has super long range, right? But then people can just move out of that, right? This is so annoying. I guarantee you those players are like, F this guy. F this guy. I hate Siege already. F this guy on top of it. So thank you, Gumbo, for presenting this. And what happens is you also get a 20% march speed bonus by going in this direction. And then later on, I'm going to get another 10% march speed bonus when I pick this. Look at this guy going by himself because he wants to get me. And that's going to put him in a bad position. I should be quicker on that. Okay. Man, I should not have gone in there. I had enough room, but now I know, right? Like I panicked then. But you can see I get a 15 second delay on a hit, and now it's back on. Let's annoy you. I'm just gonna annoy. I cannot tell you. Maybe I think you can. Those who know me can tell I'm excited when I talk. This is so fun. This is so fun. This was late at night, so I did not record audio when I did this. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go back and talk about things I learned, and I'll go over it again. Look at my health. My city's right there. Just refresh, dude. Like I should have refreshed. It's so simple. City hop to refresh, right? Because the penalty is going to happen anyways. And then boom, get there. Look at that. Look how close I am. And they know they can't get me. Like after enough, they're conditioned, but they get so angry. These marches are so used to dominating that this is an anomaly to them. This is like, this should not be happening, which is so awesome. It's so pure in awesomeness that I mess with these people. And again, this is the fun thing of Siege. Now that guy, see how he almost got my circle? If he gets in my circle, I lose my 30% damage bonus. But I'm quick, right? Someone's going to come out. What is that doing? Maybe that's just a decoy. But yeah, look at, you're not going to get me. Look, you haven't made any ground, and then I should turn around quicker and hit them. Boom. And now, once I hit my skill, Gajamada is going to make them go slower. And then I'm just going to pound that guy as he goes away. Look at his mark. Look at his health. Oh, I love it. His health is dropping. Like his health. And look at, I'm already like halfway down. Oh, I got 5, 4. Okay. This is going to sum up. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I loved it. I went back and checked and I couldn't find the damage that I did. But hopefully you enjoyed this. I have more videos that I'll put out where I talk a lot of trash. I get really cocky. So please like and subscribe. This was super fun. I love this ability. I will catch you guys later. Range rocks.
Dark seas, you best step aside and give him room so I can lay down the pipe and bring doom. Dark seas, we'll set up a spray. You best run and try to get dead away. Dark seas, it's here to stay. You other punks just get out of my way. Dark seas.